this is Jen, and you might recognize my guest today.
Hi, I'm Philip.
From Wong Productions. Today we wanted to do a fun tag for you guys. It's the 90s kid tag.
We're full-on 90s kids. We're not like the pretend 90s kids that like were born in the 90s and say the 90s. We were fully functional children, self-aware in the 90s.
Very special period of time.
I was very glad that you asked me to do this because I have a very special place for that decade. A lot of wonderful things happened during that
very
time.
Nostalgic. So let's get into the questions. What was your favorite 90s TV show?
Friends was pretty big. Major Home Improvement. I loved Home Improvement.
Oh, that was with Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
With Heidi.
Heidi.
You guys, so she don't even know. She was focused on the teenage boy where I was focused on the Tool Time girl.
Oh, my favorite, probably Full House.
Oh, yeah.
I was a big fan of the Olsen twins. So question number 2, what was your favorite toy?
My favorite toy, and it's still today, continued on since childhood, is like Legos.
Legos.
I love.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I saved like every birthday money, Chinese New Year money, everything to just get some Legos. My grades were for the purpose of getting a Lego set. What's your favorite toy?
I love My Little Ponies.
Oh, okay. They're like now
I
they've
like the little baby ones.
They've had a resurgence now. Like they're like a lot more like adult now.
That sounds kind of creepy.
Talking horses that have eyelashes and eyeliner is already creepy.
You know, maybe they're just blessed with lashes and liner naturally.
Actually,
okay?
yeah, horses do have very nice eyes.
They do. They have beautiful lashes. Number 3, what was your favorite commercial? I think the one that sticks out to me a lot that we still sing a lot is the one that's like, my buddy.
My buddy.
Wherever
he goes. He goes.
Yeah, that's right.
My buddy and me. All the cereal ones really stick out to me. Like I remember like all the problems that they had. Like Toucan Sam. And Trix. He couldn't blend into being one of the kids. They have no idea what we're talking about.
Just follow your nose.
Follow your nose. Yeah.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Delicious.
Dude, you know your you ate a lot of these cereals.
I know all these No, I just watched a lot of TV.
You know what I never got? Golden Grams. For some reason, those were the most expensive.
Those are so good.
They're really good, so I never got them.
I get them all the time. Well, not.
Well, now we're older. We can afford the Golden Grams.
We can afford all the Golden Grams.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Working our way up.
Yeah, grinding for the Golden Grams.
I think I know the answer for this one.
I haven't seen any of these questions, by the way.
Number 4, NSync or Backstreet Boys?
I'm actually very well versed on this answer because I had to give it many times.
Wait, why do you have to give this answer?
Well, because people ask it, and I knew those bands rather well.
Understatement.
Backstreet Boys for the first 2 albums, and then NSync for the 3rd.
I think I have to agree.
Right?
Yeah.
I will take Millennium over No Strings Attached any day. They had some good singles on there, but Millennium was great. But I think as a complete package, Backstreet Boys is still better.
There was more vocal strength with the Backstreet.
Yeah, and I like more of the members, in Backstreet Boys.
What was the weirdest fashion trend?
Slap bracelets, I always thought was a really weird thing. They hurt.
I had them.
And they were really cheaply made. It's basically like a strip of metal that you would hit on yourself. And it was covered in like this really thin piece of like nylon. And it would always rip and tear.
How hard were you slapping your slap bracelets?
Pretty hard. It's a thing. It was cool. What do you think? I feel like you would know better than I do.
I would have to say a really weird one was Jinkos.
Oh.
Like a really giant, baggy. I was not cool enough to own my own pair of Jinkos, but if you were cool and had the money,
I would go and look at how wide,
you would compare.
Yeah, I'd be like, if it doesn't cover like at least half of my shoe, these are too tight. And now look at what we're wearing.
What I'm wearing is a onesie. What were your favorite collectibles? I feel like you're gonna have to go with the Legos.
Yeah, Legos. Yeah, I really, really love Legos. I didn't get into like Pokemon really. Sorry, I got into the show. I didn't get into the cards.
So you didn't catch them all?
I did not. Definitely did not catch them all.
As far as collectibles go, it was kind of like the Beanie Babies thing.
Oh, that was bananas. I did not get it.
I mean, they were cute. And they were little.
Yeah, but when there's awkward animals nowadays.
You can collect them all. What's your favorite Beanie Baby? I know you said you didn't.
How? Weren't there like thousands?
I think I had a koala named Mel. I really liked that one.
Did I have a koala?
It was a great one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have the same koala. It wasn't special. They made thousands of them, okay?
My Mel was special. Okay, well, this one just says how many Tamagotchis did you go through?
These
I only had one.
questions are obviously geared towards girls, right? Like, did guys have Tamagotchis?
No, guys had Tamagotchis, I thought, right?
I did not have I never had a Tamagotchi.
Okay, what was your favorite game console and game?
Dude, this is tough because you have like your childhood favorites, like Super Family Tennis on Super Famicom. You don't even know.
I have no idea.
It was basically the Japanese Super Nintendo.
Oh.
My friend had the Japanese one and had like this emulator that you plugged in. You could put floppy disks in. Okay, I'm getting geeky
Oh
now.
wow.
Do you even know what a floppy disk is?
We had a Sega Genesis,
Oh.
and I really liked the Lion King game on it. That was my favorite, and I could beat it. You have to take Scar and you have to flip him over your back over a cliff.
Sorry, Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo. That's I'm going with that.
So this next one, I'm modifying the question a little because it says, "What's your favorite Disney Channel original movie?" But I think it's more fun to just say, "What's your favorite Disney movie?"
Also, I didn't have the Disney Channel growing up. It wasn't a free channel when I was a kid.
Not everybody had that. I didn't have it either.
Yeah.
I really loved Lion King, of course.
Yeah.
And then I loved Aladdin because that was just ultimate. And my
Robin Williams as Genie was just amazing. Yeah.
so amazing. And then I love Beauty and the Beast.
That's like the
classic.
trifecta. Yeah, that's like the holy trinity right there.
What was your favorite?
Well, okay, you already named those. I'm gonna go off a little bit. Toy Story 1, 1995.
Aw.
That was a game changer.
That really changed animation in general. Really changed everything.
I literally went home and like I wrote in my journal that day. I'm like, I watched the first computer animated movie.
Okay, what was your favorite music artist of the 90s?
I have a very, very important spot for like 90s hip hop and R&B, like Boyz II Men, Backstreet,
I
Drew
had the
Hill,
Boyz II Men album.
SWV, Tony Tone. I'm sounding really old right now.
So you liked in Pitch Perfect when they like busted out with the
Yeah,
No
yeah.
Diggity? That was like really nostalgic. I have to say I really loved Hanson. I was like a huge Hanson fan.
What?
Huge Hanson fan.
How? They had one song.
No. What was your favorite Nick Jr. show?
Eureka's Castle?
Oh my gosh, Eureka's Castle!
You guys don't even know.
That was my favorite! Oh, I was so obsessed with that show.
Do you remember Noozles? With the koalas that could freeze time?
No,
And
I
she had-
didn't. I don't
the
think I watched
little
that.
sister had a lipstick that can. Oh my gosh, okay.
What was your favorite candy?
Dude, can I say an Asian candy? Super colas. It was a hard candy.
No, I don't think I tried that.
And so they're super sour, like they had super melon, super apple. You know why? Because you didn't have Asian candy growing up.
No, I totally had Asian candy growing
You're in
up.
Kansas City.
No, we went to the Asian supermarket.
Then
I
you
had like Botan rice candy.
I don't even know what that is.
What? It's the one that has the little lucky cat on the front with like the green and pink packaging. If people are watching this, they're going to call you out for not having real Asian
Sorry.
candy. What was your favorite game? And it can be a board game, a school game, etc.
Board games, I actually really like Life.
I felt like life was kind of hard.
That's a very philosophical statement right there.
Life is so
Life is so
hard.
hard.
I really liked Sorry,
Sorry was
where if
fun.
you were on the sliding parts, you could just knock
I
everyone out.
lost some friends from Sorry. And schoolyard games,
I
gotta
like
go.
jump rope.
Yeah, you just gotta go with the kickball.
What was your favorite McDonald's Happy Meal toy?
I can't. What do you have one? Do you know one?
They had these for Tiny Toons, and they also had this for Fraggle Rock, but they had these little cars, and the characters would sit in the cars, and you pull it, and then they'd like go. But one I really liked, it had Hampton and Plucky, and you would flip it one way and be Hampton driving, and then you
Yes,
flip it the
I remember
other
that
way,
one.
and
It was like a carrot car or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, actually, it's not a Happy Meal. It was Burger King Kids Meal. They were doing a Pokemon promo. This might be 1999.
You just said you didn't
I know.
collect the
Well,
Pokemon.
not the cars,
Okay.
but the game or the
Toys.
toys, because they literally made 150 different kinds of this kids meal toy.
I
It
think
was crazy.
you just admitted you were too cool for collecting cards, but you actually collected toys.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, the cars are so lame.
That's
I
so
went to Burger King to get the toys.
What was your favorite book?
Called the Phantom Tollbooth. It was basically like Alice in Wonderland, but like a boy instead, and it's like going to worlds of words and numbers.
That sounds
It
pretty
was
fun.
that would probably be the one that I would say, even though it's not that popular. Or Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh, I remember. I was just thinking about that like yesterday. There was a word in there that I had never seen before when I read it, because obviously I was really young, and it was grotesque. I knew
Oh.
gross, but when I saw that word, I was like, grotesque?
Grotesque.
But But then I learned grotesque from Indian in the Cupboard. One specific author in the series of all of her books that really kind of changed my whole perspective when I was younger was Madeleine L'Engle, A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
And the whole...
I don't remember anything about it.
But it was amazing, right? You remember?
But I remember it was a very like...
It was like
out there
life-changing.
book, yeah.
What was your favorite clothing store?
I did not go shopping like by myself until sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
So I didn't have one. Yeah, I went to Mervyn's with my parents. Have you heard of Mervyn's?
I don't know what Mervyn's.
Where did you shop?
I went to Kohl's.
Kohl's? We didn't have Kohl's where I live.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't have Kohl's where I live. But I know what it is. We didn't have it. I think I went to like Target too.
It wasn't in Kansas.
Oh.
No, we didn't have Targets. We had Walmart, but
we didn't have Walmart. I didn't have Walmart growing up, but we had Target. A little classier where I grew up.
You had Target all the way when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. What would you watch when you would get home from school?
My routine was this. I would come home like in middle school, pop a bag of popcorn, and I would eat the whole thing. I would watch 2 hours.
You had an amazing
2 hours
health
straight.
record as a child.
Kids WB, Animaniacs. Around 6 o'clock, Baywatch would come on.
Baywatch?
Watch a little bit of that. I would hear my parents come home, the garage door would open, and I would run to my bed, and I would pretend like I was napping. And they would come in and I'd be like, oh, hey mom, how's it going? But I just watched so much TV.
I watched a lot of Full House after school. A lot of Full House. A lot of like Family Matters.
Step by step.
Step by step. Day by day.
Fresh start over, a different hand to play.
So I guess that's the end of the video. That's all the questions.
That was a nice stroll down memory lane.
I know, it's very nostalgic, isn't it?
That was a lot of fun. I feel very honored that I made it on this channel. Tell us in the comments below what you did not know.
Also, let us know down in the comments what you used to watch when you would come home from school, because, you know, it's a little bit different for everybody. Some of us were Animaniacs people, and some of us were apparently Baywatch people.
I was a boy that was growing up.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and you can check Phil out at youtube.com/wongfuproductions or Wrong.
Wow, thanks Jen. Actually, you know what? Every time I have to type her URL,
I just type it.
I always do it wrong. I'm like, is it Jen from head to toe? From head to toe? From head to toe? So it's okay. Wong Fu Productions.
We'll put a link here
Don't worry
somewhere
about it.
and on his face if you want to go see all of his amazing videos. I guess that is about it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And I guess we will both see you guys later. Bye.
See ya.
Muppet
Babies, we make our dreams come true.
We'll always have.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and when we are toony, we're invading your TV. Oh my gosh. It's all coming back to me now.